In a crumbling city, most see danger and decay. A survivor sees opportunity. Where others see only ruins, you see resources, hiding places, and a chance to outlast the chaos. Comfort is a warm bed, a safe place to rest, and the feeling of security we once took for granted. Cover is what keeps you hidden and alive. It's the difference between being found and being forgotten by danger. The safest places aren't the most comfortable. They're the least obvious. They're the ones no one else would choose. Survivors avoid the obvious shelters. If it looks inviting, it's probably already been compromised or watched. Those attract attention and danger. The more visible your shelter, the more likely you'll have unwanted visitors. Instead, blend into the landscape. Embrace decay. Make yourself part of the ruins, invisible to wandering eyes. A collapsed wall is a barrier. Rubble is building material. Every broken piece can be used to shield or conceal you. Forget the idea of home as four walls and a roof. Home is wherever you can survive another night. Your base is a strategic position, hard to attack, easy to defend. Choose ruthlessly. Sentimentality is a liability. Prioritize safety over nostalgia. That familiar building on a main road? It's a trap. If it's easy to find, it's easy to target. The half-collapsed, hidden structure behind overgrowth. That's your castle. The best shelter is the one no one notices. We're not seeking comfort. We're establishing a defensive position. Every choice is about survival, not luxury. Every choice must keep you hidden and safe. Move with purpose and never let your guard down. In the urban jungle, survival favors those who master camouflage. The city's chaos is your greatest ally if you know how to use it. The strongest survivors use their environment to their advantage, adapt, improvise, and turn every ruin into a resource. This is the mindset you need. Leave comfort behind, learn to disappear. In this world, survival is about being unseen, unheard, and always prepared. Scouting isn't a stroll, it's a deliberate, careful process. Every step you take, every glance you cast, should be intentional. You're not just looking for a place to hide. You're searching for a location that offers both safety and secrecy. The best locations look the worst. Seek low-profile hidden buildings. The more neglected and forgotten, the better. They're less likely to attract attention from others. Avoid anything that stands out: skyscrapers, big warehouses, anything visible from afar. High-profile spots are magnets for trouble and curiosity. Look for single-story structures, workshops, or houses obscured by ruins or overgrowth. These blend into the landscape and are less likely to be disturbed. The goal is simple: a place someone would walk past without noticing. If it doesn't catch your eye, it probably won't catch anyone else's either. Think like a sniper: good sightlines from inside, poor visibility from outside. You want to see without being seen, to observe without revealing your position. Walk the perimeter. Does it blend in? If not, move on. Camouflage is your first layer of defense. Check the building's bones. Brick, concrete, or steel are best. These materials offer strength and stability, even after years of neglect. Ignore cosmetic damage. Focus on structural integrity. Peeling paint and broken windows don't matter if the foundation is solid. Some damage is good for camouflage, but too much is a collapse risk. Know the difference between a safe hideout and a death trap. Find the balance between derelict and deadly. The perfect spot looks abandoned but won't crumble under pressure. Entry and exit points are critical. You need to get in and out quickly without drawing attention. Concealed entrances and at least one hidden escape route are essential. Always have a backup plan for leaving in a hurry. Map your escape before moving in. Know the alleys, the shortcuts, and the blind spots. Preparation is everything. Your stronghold is only as good as your ability to leave it unseen. If you can't slip away unnoticed, you're not truly safe. Choosing the right ground is everything. The right spot gives you control, options, and peace of mind. Get this right, and survival gets easier. The effort you put in now pays off. Every day you remain unseen and secure. Assessment is your first and most vital defense. Master the art of assessment, and you'll always have the upper hand. Once you've found potential sites, search for sunken areas, basements, cellars, tunnels. These underground spaces are naturally fortified and often overlooked. People rarely look down. Approach with caution. Observe for signs of recent activity. If you spot footprints, trash, or smoke, move on. If clear, search for hidden entry points, coal chutes, delivery hatches, ventilation shafts, or broken basement windows. Clear entrances quietly, sound travels. Your first entry is your most vulnerable moment. Check the basement structure with a stick or rebar. Avoid spaces with major water damage or crumbling supports. Seek a dry, solid, defensible area. If the basement is strong, you've found your stronghold's heart. This is your primary living space and last line of defense. Everything around you is a resource. Rubble, metal, broken furniture. These are your building supplies. Scavenge for long, strong materials. Rebar, pipes, wood planks. Use rebar for window bars, door braces, or ground obstacles. Wood planks reinforce doors and windows. Sheet metal covers openings. Gather bricks and concrete for ballistic protection. Stack them to reinforce weak spots. Fill sacks with rubble to create defensive walls. Collect wire for tying tripwires or alarms. Use carpets and insulation for soundproofing. Every item has a use. A broken chair becomes stakes or boards. Organize your finds by function, barrier, reinforcement, camouflage. The scavenger's eye turns debris into defense. Now, it's time to truly fortify your stronghold. Turning a ruin into a defensible shelter takes more than just closing doors. It's about transforming every weakness into a barrier. Start with the most obvious entry points, ground floor windows and doors. Reinforce them so they're not just hard but also noisy to breach, giving you precious seconds to react. Board up windows from the inside using whatever you can find, planks, sheet metal, even old doors. Stack bricks or rubble behind for extra strength and to absorb impacts. Doors should be braced with timber beams or metal pipes wedged firmly in place. Add extra planks across the frame to resist forced entry. Inside, create layered defenses. Block hallways and stairwells with furniture, debris, or anything heavy, forcing intruders to slow down or change course. Scatter debris and broken glass on the floor to create noisy, hazardous obstacles that alert you to movement and deter silent approaches. Funnel any would-be intruders into narrow choke points, places you can easily defend and monitor, giving you the upper hand. Prepare heavy objects above entry points as deterrents or last resort traps, making every entrance a potential hazard for attackers. Focus your strongest defenses where attackers are most likely to approach, but don't neglect less obvious routes. Every angle matters. Remember, the goal isn't to fight, but to make your position so risky and time-consuming to attack that most threats simply move on. The best defense is one you never have to use, a deterrent that keeps danger at bay without confrontation. Every layer of defense you add buys you more time, more safety, and more control over your environment. With careful planning and resourcefulness, you can transform even the most derelict ruin into a true fortress, one that stands strong against whatever comes. Fortification is only half the battle. Now erase your presence. If your defenses are obvious, you become a target. Camouflage every improvement. Smear dirt or mud on boards, add fake graffiti, hang ragged cloth to create shadows, disrupt footprints and paths. Sweep tracks, walk irregularly, stick to hard surfaces, scatter debris to hide signs of digging or movement. Control light, cover cracks, live in windowless rooms or basements. Pad your space with carpets and fabrics to absorb sound. Move slowly and quietly. Make your stronghold look abandoned and worthless. The ground tells a story. Make sure it's not yours. Become part of the ruined silence. True survival is being invisible. Survival in the ruins is about humility and adaptation. You don't conquer the city, you blend with it. Respect the history and structure of your shelter. Practical skills, scavenging, building, defending, are your true wealth. Self-reliance is power. Patience and awareness keep you alive. Listen to the city's rhythm. Notice every change. You become part of the urban ecosystem. Strength comes from ingenuity and respect, not force. A pile of rubble can be a fortress, a broken building, a home. With the right mindset, you can endure and thrive. The silent strength of forgotten places is resilience. Survival is about becoming invisible and unbreakable.